Mayong adlaw, bayan sa Oroquieta, probinsya sa Misamis Occidental. Para sa atong Project NOAA update, atong dawaton si Dr. Maria Joy Tan Ago.
Gambia gandaw sagdaw maayong adlaw kanatong tanan. Ani ata karon sa NHS alang sa atong katuyuan sa Ceremonial Tree Planting. Kini kabahin sa atong pag-celebrate o pag-celebrar sa ato ang Education Week sanglit culmination activity kini ng Ceremonial Tree Planting ng gipangluhan sa atong Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Ronaldo A. Jr. CC. Pipila ka gutlo gikan karon makauban nato ang atong gipaabot nga mga kadakuan sa pagagamhanang lokal. Sila si Governor Philip Tan, Regional Director Arturo B. Bayocot. Sa pagkakaroon ania uban kanato si Dr. Edimar Aluta, ang atong Provincial Administrator. Mga higala o mga kaubang lumulupyo din sa atong Dakbayan sa Oroquieta, ania usab uban kanato ang atong First Lady nga si Madam Nanes Bandala Acosta. Ug karon atong saksihan ang atong mga recorded videos alang niining atong Ceremonial Tree Planting kabahin sa atong Education Week culminating activity. Padulong na kita sa tree planting site ug miabot na gyud ang atong gipaabot ang atong mga kadakuan sa Department of Education ug sa pamamahalang lokal uban ni Vice Governor Madam Gigi Almonte ug of course uban gid nato ang atong amahan sa Project NOAA ang ato ang Schools Division Superintendent si Dr. Ronaldo Emmanuel Jr. ani usab ang atong Assistant Schools Division Superintendent si Dr. Roberto Dinapere Jr. sa atong duha ka mga happy na po ng atong production team si Sir Dion, si JR Hosh, si Carl o ex-unan sa NHS pinanguluhan ni Mr. Florentino R. Santos Jr. Sige, padayon kita. Dala, ubanta. Aniya nagit kita sa tree planting site sa NHS o aniya ang atong mga wapakaayo nga tree seedlings. Mao ni ang atong golden showers na itanom karon. Og naandam na usab ang mga tree guard sa matag tree seedling.
Governor Philip Tan, Vice Governor Virginia Almonte, Provincial Administrator Dr. Edimar Aluta, our Honorable Mayor Lemuel Merrick Acosta, represented by Ma'am Nanette Bandala Acosta, our Regional Director, Director Art Bayocot, Assistant Superintendent Bob Naperi, Chiefs Francis Buak and Pearl Glodobi, the Principal of MONHS, Mr. Florentino Santos, school heads, supervisors, teachers, good afternoon. Today, we are very much honored to culminate the 2020 Education Week activities with the presence of our great leaders in the region. As a schools division, Oroquieta City has much to celebrate for 2020. Early in the year, we have attained level 2 in the ISO certification. Also, in the recent ranking of divisions in the region, we have ranked number 3 in terms of performance, which is the basis of our performance bonus. And just last week, the Civil Service Commission Region 10 awarded DepEd Oroquieta City with a certificate of recognition for achieving maturity level 2 in all 4 core HR systems, namely recruitment, selection and placement, learning and development, performance and management, and rewards and recognition. On a personal note, in 2020, I was also promoted to full-fledged superintendent and finished my MA and Executive Masters in Disaster Risk and Crisis Management at AIM. This is with the great help of our RD, our Mayor, and of course our Governor. Inunijay, swerte ko na ko sa Oroquieta, but I don't think swerte ko. It's because I have good people helping me and supporting me in Oroquieta City. And for that, I will be forever grateful to you all. And also in 2020, our Honorable Governor also supported us in establishing 5 integrated schools, namely Abong Integrated School, Langkakan Integrated School, Tipan Integrated School, Apil Integrated School, and Clarin Settlement Integrated School. But more than that, as a division, we have developed resilience in the face of COVID-19 and eventually come out strong as ever with the strong support of our city and provincial officials. So it is just but fitting to remember 2020 by way of planting these trees in the biggest high school in Misamis Occidental to commemorate the year that pushed us to our limits and discovered our strengths, so that when the future generations will look up in the sky and see the glittering flowers of these golden shower trees, they will remember the times, the people, and the leaders who stood to the challenge of COVID-19. Thank you, and advance Merry Christmas and welcome to each and everyone.
Sa ngalan sa ating pinalanggang mayor, sa Dakbayan sa Oroquieta, among paabot kaninyo, among kinasingkasing o pagpasalamat o pag-congratulate for a commendable and meaningful culmination of your education week through tree planting.
Kani karon tree planting mo karon, January tingilid na diya. So kana kang direktor siguro ana gina buko kay itaw niya ng direktor. Iman ka February, March, April tingilid diya na. So think and prepare for June. And of course, this is life and it's going to be a celebration of life once we let us live. And lastly, murag kulang kinati planting kay Pasko man ron. Anya ilong-ilong mo mo diha, maulaw mo mo tana. So RD, the provincial capital is giving Christmas gifts to all your teachers. So, of division, to the CCC division, vice gov, to Pakan, to my board members. So that you also have a Merry Christmas with your family. Daghang salamat and I adlong.
This is also part of my priorities. Because you know, Bob, Oroquieta and Misamis Occidental are 2 of the places that I still consider the safest place to visit in spite of the COVID. And safety was not given to you in a silver platter. Why is it still sustained in terms of safety? Because of what especially the government leaders have done to secure the place. And I think the mechanisms, the systems that have been put in place really are doing very well. So, you can just realize that institutional protocols in this area is a lot stricter compared to Cebu. So I think we would congratulate our leaders who really have the passion. I know sometimes they are misinterpreted of the way they do things to protect the people, because people would immediately just probably think na dili naman ang tinuod. But you know, regardless of whatever feedback given to the governor, the mayor, the vice governor, positive or negative, they are really true to its commitment to secure the place, making Oroquieta Misamis Occidental still are livable cities and province in spite of the pandemic. So, ang aking saludo sa atong nalanggong gobernador, ang inyong gobernador, dili man ni ordinaryo lang na gobernador. No? Compared to the rest of the governors in the 5 provinces of Region 10, well, siya lang naman ang chairman ng Regional Development Council. If you become, mga teachers who are not familiar with the structure, RDC is really the governing body of the entire region, and under them, as leaders, kaming tanang mga directors, sakop ra gyud nila. So I'm very happy that the Regional Development Council has accomplished so much, no? Because of the leadership of Governor Philip Tan. Of course, our Honorable Vice Governor, Ma'am Virginia Almonte, ganina nagsunod siya na pa ako senior high school student. And that's a plus to me. Because to me, I accept that as a plus. You maintain, you're being young, no? While other people are really worried about getting old, here is a vice governor who doesn't grow old. My very good friend, Ma'am Nanette, the First Lady of Oroquieta City. Of course, amigo po di kaya na ko, no? Nabalang ka, inigabot sa vaccine, kay priority sa vaccine ng mga senior citizen. But according to his argument, in every road there is always an exception. Provincial Administrator Adimar Alota. I also would like to greet my special afternoon greetings to the Superintendent of Oroquieta City, Renato Manuel, who keeps on telling me that it was never, I have never been wrong in terms of putting him in Oroquieta City. And very promising assistant superintendent, the youngest of them all in the entire region, if not in the Philippines, back na pere. Chiefs Francis and Pearl, Mr. Santos, the teachers, Misamis Occidental NHS. May hapon na ito. Well, I already have said my introductory statement that I really want to come because I feel very, very safe. You know, it's not just about that, but I'm really being, wapo ko namumuro nga kanang di-target ko kayo. But you know, the people in DepEd DepEd Oroquieta mismo, even Misamis ang tanggo, kung maabot ko diya sa ilang, the jurisdiction of these cities and province, na naibutagbo mo dito sa border, na ganina marasag po presidente na naiwangwang agauna, dito sa Mukas, walang uban, nag-test, exempted na ka sa test. No? And I would consider that also as facilitating our coming here. And it's not because we want it. I really would have wanted to really follow the protocols and to make sure that I don't really waste that opportunity given to me. I'm trying to make sure na dili gyud ko career sa COVID. Kaya kung career pa ko, dahil ingon sigog na ay na lang na ninyo lisod-lisod diya. Na mura na sigog kung wala na palisod-lisod sa COVID nga makasulod sa iyang province. This is a tree planting. I'd like to link this to what DepEd has taken so much in terms of the number of trees, considering that our distance learning prominently is eating so much paper in our modular approach. In the 24 million students enrolled in the country today, 22 million of them are on modular approach, which use the printed self-learning modules and that have eaten so much paper and ultimately and definitely have cut several trees. No? So kami atong gibuhat karon may just be for aesthetic view of the school, especially this new edifice. But eventually, akong i-challenge si Superintendent Manuel and Mr. Santos that it should not just stop by planting trees within the front yards or backyards of your building. We have to expand this even to public places or to public land that we could really help in terms of making the environment green. And to pay off for the many papers that we have used and the many trees that we have cut for our needs. No? For example, in Oroquieta City, how much money did I give you for the self-learning module? Total? Maybe 80 million or more. No? Kasi I have downloaded funds 4 times to Oroquieta City. That's a lot of money. In Misamis Occidental, I'm sure it's It's almost 50 or even a little over 50. I do not have the record. But that's the big money we have downloaded to sustain the printing of your self-learning module. Bukidnon, for example, the first download I did was 104 million to finance the quarter 1, quarter 2 resource requirements for the SLMs. It will ring our bell to hear millions, but if you count using the formula of DepEd, which is just 50 centavos per page, multiply it by 32 pages in every module, how many modules in each quarter, how many modules in each subject, how many subjects are there, and how many grade levels from kindergarten to grade 12. Kanang 10.4 billion budget of DepEd for 2 quarters is just actually funding 1/2 of the resource requirements. Muna nga kami, I'll take this opportunity to thank Governor Philip, the rest of the official dome of Oroquieta City and Misamis Occidental for helping, doing some realignments in your local school board funds to augment the needs because apparently the funding given by DepEd was never enough. Ang atong MOOE, 30% of that went straight to augmenting the SLM's resource requirements because those millions downloaded were just actually 1/2 of what was needed in 2 quarters. So with that, we can say it's a symbolic for more trees to be planted soon. And I'm challenging you, especially that your governor, your officials in MISOC and even in the city really are passionate about life. And when we speak of tree as life, then we really have to do our share. So daghang kayong salamat. See you again. So I'll just deliver some of my inputs, some of my updates. But I'd like to inform Governor and Vice Governor and the City Mayor through the First Lady that the President has already approved the limited face-to-face to be started in January. But of course, there's so much conditionalities before we can start the ball rolling. There's a lot of requirements. And let's look at paper requirements. All these approval documents, kailangan pa i-secure ang lugar. Food bath, tanan-tanan. I do not have to enumerate them all. But of course, we still do not allow jump up of students getting into the classroom. That's why we call it limited because it will just be 10 or 15 or 10 or less and every batch of children that you will call for a face-to-face engagement. Ang face-to-face na ito, dilingod ingon nga maramang klase. The face-to-face is intended in terms of monitoring the progress of the child studying at home and of course validating the learning. If there was learning really taking place at home. Because you're doing in batches, you can meet the first 10 on Monday, the second 10 on Tuesday, the second 10 on Wednesday. But the proposal rate would always start from the principal in consultation with teachers and parents. The students 3 hours in a week. Or if you want half day, another half in the morning and the afternoon. Well, it all depends upon the structures that you will propose. The regional office, as of this time, has received 320 recommended schools for limited face-to-face in the whole of region. And that includes, of course, Oroquieta and Misamis Occidental's proposals. And I understand where he's coming from as a governor who only wants best for his people. And true enough, we are also after of our own safety and the safety of our kids, then we don't really have to when we are not ready. The readiness shall be put in place and following through. Right? These are things that have to be settled before the grant of face-to-face will be approved. But again, the 5 documents that I've said, approval of these offices I already enumerated, plus on top of this is the parents' consent. Kung dili mo ang sugot ng ginikanan ayaw pugsa. If you have 20 and then 5 do not like to go to face-to-face, then let it be. The 5 will just go having straight distance learning. And the 15 can be accommodated in your face-to-face engagement. So nakakain salamat ay hapon ka na naman.
natapos na ang ceremonial tree planting din sa NHS tree planting site o kini isip symbolic na tree planting ayingon ang regional director na kasugdanan kini sa mas dugang pa nga pagpananom sa atong Dakbayan sa Oroquieta. Kung napasalamat ako sa nga mga opisyalis na maugin nangunay sa pagpananom, sila si Regional Director Arturo Bayocot o sa Governor Honorable Attorney Philip Titan o naapod nangunay tanong at Vice Governor Madam Aurora Virginia Matusara Almonte o anak ko ng atong principal sa NHS si Mr. Florentino R. Santos Jr. na nangunay sa pagtanong o labas sa tanan ang atong amahan sa atong division ng Oroquieta City si Dr. Rinaldo Emmanuel Jr. na nangulo sa pagpatanong sa atong Golden Showers Receiving. Simulik kita yung mga igsuono kay ang atong tree planting nga maong ang atong receiving nga golden shower gi-showeran pod og shower of blessings sa mga atong ulan, no? Tubig gikan sa langit nagbuko sa atong mga tanom nga bagulang. Gi tayluna uban sa regard. Daghang salamat sa tanan.
With regards to the tree planting, we commit ourselves that the golden shower that we just planted this afternoon will be sustained, and we are expecting that this will bring additional beauty to our school. Again, we would like to express our beloved schools division superintendent for bringing the golden shower from Bukidnon. Thank you very much.
Now, rest assured, the trees being planted this afternoon will be sustained, and we will also be expanding it in the area where the senior high school buildings are located.
We are very thankful for being with us in the ceremony of tree planting. I assure you of my support to take care of the trees being planted, and I hope that this will also encourage everybody. Thank you.
Kung dinhi natapos ang atong Project NOAA Update Series number 22. Palad-palad, nagampi kita, dumasik ko na napi. Daghan kay salamat. O, ampi kita kanunay uban sa pag-ampo. Kay ang Diyos sa kanunay na uban ka natong tanan.